Right, here's for part two from this scene. Now I don't think when I go back up to the painting, I don't think my cornfield is as white as I've painted it. So I put some golden yellow back in here, or just yellow ochre really, with a bit of white. But I've made it too white. And I've done very little detail for these ears of corn, or whatever they're, barley, wheat. Also I can see, which I couldn't see yesterday, probably because it was very dull, there's another part of the barn here, another roof here, and this hedge is not quite as high as I've got it, I don't think. But I'll work on that for a few minutes. I'll put a bit more detail in this. I'll just get that perspective right there. I thought I could finish it yesterday, but I'm afraid it wasn't to be. I noticed these things I could have done better, so it's another video coming up, so I'll put that to one side. I'll zoom you up to the painting. Bear with me, I'll just zoom out a bit. I'll take it out of the little frame. It's quite a nice little frame really, but it is for a picture, a photograph, and not for a masterpiece such as what I'm doing. Tee-hee. Right, just pull those up there, those clips there, just to hold it there. That down there, and the front there. Great easel for all this adjustment. Right, take the top off. There we are. It's probably all I'm going to do today. I've been bike riding this morning along the River Wandle. Don't need any more photographs, got more than enough to keep me going for 2 or 3 lifetimes. But we discovered bits of it that we hadn't discovered before on this new part that's been opened up by our National Trust, which own this bit of the river, River Wandle in South London. Right, I'm going to do something about that colour there as well. So let's put the other bit of that barn in with my 1/2-inch flat, which is there. Let's just bring you up a bit to there. Okay, sorry about the clothes area. This is also when the weather's not so good, we can bring all our wet clothes up here to dry out. My studio. Right, okay. So similar, but slightly redder this one, the roof. So a bit of sienna. Shows up a little bit more, so we'll just put that there. I can show more of that. There's also like a white bit in it. Down there. Sort of bluish, bluey white, bluey grey. Very light for the top of the barn, the main barn. Get a bit of this light here. And a bit of light, let's just get that like that. And it's coming down there. And a bit there. Silence. Like that there, like that. Right, that's a bit better. So we've got some darker grey now. The front walls of this thing. It's not too dark, it's catching a bit of light, but that is there. Just to show the roof shape. And bring that in there just to show some walls. hedge goes right the way down there. And then that goes up there. That goes across there. And now I'm convinced we've got a bit of a tree going up that corner inconveniently, but I won't put it in this bit. Okay, and there's some more light on the top of that barn roof. It's blue and white, which shows the grey fresh, or some fresh corrugated iron, which hasn't gone rusty yet. Bits of it on the edge of that one has, so we'll put that in. It's a bit of sienna, just there. Right, now I want to put in some texture around there, just to, where's my little brush here? So I'll go back to my greens, green, black. The black dries ever so quickly. And the palette's not watertight. It's not sold as watertight, but it is very, very good palette. When did I change the paint on this last one? About a week ago, so let's just go around the edge there. Just to show that edge coming down there, the light going across there. But I'm going to put some sky back there, my sky colour. I'll just enhance some of this here. Going off stage left. That hedge goes underneath there, so I need to bring that down a bit there. You can use red instead of burnt sienna with your greens. I do quite often. Let's just get that tapered there, so a bit more perspective. No, not quite. Maybe I think my roof was a bit higher, maybe. It's going away from us a little bit, but yeah. Right, silence. If I see dark, I just put dark in. Bit of shadow down there. And it's a bit under that there, so the roof overhanging. And then I'll put nice light down. Quiet. We must get these lights sorted out, very important. get that shape. Bit better. And I think that there's a bit of dark on the right side of that, so I'll just put it in, just along there. So it shows that shape of that roof. And I'm trying to hold the memory of it in my head. That's a bit better there. And I want this roof on the left to show up really. I think I mentioned the last camp of our year anyway, in September, will be to Morton, where Lawrence of Arabia is buried. Lovely village. They're in Dorsetshire. Yeah, nicely tapered, just get the highlights on the top. Keep everything as soft as you can get it. And put some bit of shadow into some of these, the overhangs here. You can see my primer, can't you? My gesso. And get some light greys in there. Those trees there. Needs to be a bit yellower. Yellower, a bit more yellow. Right. Some yellow, light yellow back on the trees above. Now, you know me, we don't want portraits of anything. Okay, I'm reasonably happy. I'll put some dark on there, some shadowy dark. It's a bit obvious, isn't it? A bit more yellow in that, I think. Just to lighten this a little bit. Right, now I don't like these colours here, so there's just a bit of white and a bit of tiny bit of yellow ochre. Just open that up a little bit. I can see some light under here. Just coming into that tree. And some bit there. And there. And open up some of that in there. More in there. Thing is, the painting's never finished, is it? You can always do a bit more, but it's always good to know when to stop. They don't really show. They were my trunks in that tree, but in that poplar. Darks back here. A bit too Christmas tree-y for my liking, so a bit of blue, a lot of whites. Soften. There's a little bit of alizarin in there. Easier said than done. Right, I'm going to let that go. I mean, it's a pretty big tree, and we want some more light on there. Just my yellow ochre light. And there, a bit above there, and a bit on there, and a little bit of dark under the eaves or under the this bit here, and a nice bit of shadow there. Okay. Another little bit of light on one of those, that little building on the right there. That'll do it for that. And now we're going to this here. I try to get more realistic ochre colour than I've got. This gives a bit of sienna, right? Burnt sienna, that is. Just warm it up a little bit. it's just too white on the screen. Just like that back, take that back a bit. More lights coming on here. Just to take it back into the distance a little bit. Just by making it a little bit furry. Right. That's where we have got that right there. There's not a lot really I can do to this now. I wouldn't poke and prod it to death. But this just comes across here. And down there. And it's just losing it in there. Brighten put some highlights on that in a moment. This is sort of dark green now. But lighter than what's on there. Mix it black and red. Comes into the shadow. I'll put some more wildflowers back. We've got this nice bit of shadow in the field here. Right. We've got some very, very light ochre white to show these wreaths of corn, but they don't show up, do they? Because the background's too light, really. No, they're not showing. So I think we'll let that go. Let's just. See, I'm fiddling around with it now. Hope I'm not prodding it to death. Got a sort of a grey-green in there now. All these ways of using your brushes. Be creative. Right, a little bit bigger, and I think we'll call it quits. So some nice little streaky white bits. Just sort of random. Just a few bits of leaves on. I don't know what they are. Just a bit of detail. Now I've put a big tree there that doesn't exist. I've moved that one to highlight that one. So I've taken a bit of a liberty. But I want to put that grey, light grey, if it shows, there. That's not showing them now. This way. Right. I know what we can do. It comes down there like that. And then that there, to give it the counter change, there is some white showing, whether it's a roof light or what. Well, not as obvious as that. That is just a little bit strong, isn't it? Right, we'll enhance the ready roof there. Now the lightest blue I can get without it going white, just to show that. Okay, that I'm going to call it a day. Right, so let's put it back in its frame. Look at it. Now don't fall over on me, pushing my luck here. Right, that'll do. Okay, so that is finished as far as I can. That is the barns, the farm at Chidham, very near where we had a pint of wonderful Sharps beer, and got some lovely free-range duck eggs and chicken's eggs. So it does exist. I have been there. I took the photograph, totally original. Thanks for watching part 2. Bye for now.